Welcome to DeWitt 3D on this fine Sunday night. Who misses the banjo music? Nah, not really. Forgive me. I had to reboot my whole computer system, and for some reason my sound seemed to go wonky. Number one, I'm hoping the sound is on. Let's see. Howdy, howdy. And let me just double check. And I am getting some bars. So the sound is on. I don't know how good the sound is. If I have to, let's minimize that. If I have to, I'll switch to my wireless mic as opposed to my Shure. I have a feeling I bumped something on my mixer. And because when I play back the sound, it didn't sound as good. Anyways, let's say hello to the early birds. Let's see. Oh, it looks like Brendan Wilson, of course, was on early, and then Joe Velasco, and hello, Kieran, and Rex Waldy is here, and Jay Thornhill is here, and Kieran, of course, I already said Kieran, so you get two shout-outs, Kieran, lucky you, and Dave Gatton is here, and sound is a bit tinny. Okay, if I were to maybe turn these two knobs, I don't know if that'll help, but we'll see. I may end up... As we go and do a bit of work on this, I got a couple different camera angles today. I've got some different booms. I may end up just switching to this because this just, you know what? Let's just try this. If I do this, and if I mute myself for a minute, boom, 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 and if I bring this up, there we go. 1, 2. Why? 1 second. Dum, dum, dum. Did this work? I think this, and if I turn that off, it's going, okay, there we go. I think this worked. And I'm hoping this is going to work for all of my views. Let's see if I have that view. I've got to turn down this mic. Sorry, guys. I should have done this before the stream, but what the heck? And I think I've turned down, I think I've managed to turn down, there we go. Okay, I think I have managed to turn down all the other microphones. The big TV studios have a please stand by studio. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the gain, I've got to fiddle with that because the gain was a little bit too low. So I'm going to push this guy up out of the way for just for this evening. There we go. And okay, we don't need to use him. We'll just depend on this guy, which I think is working fine. And I will tweak the other guy when I have some time to play around with it. So we left off last time, I think on page 117 or something like that. Yeah, close to 117. Let's see. Yeah, we're very, There we go. So, who else has popped in? Nobody else has popped in yet that has spoken up. We have one on Twitch and 11 folks on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's get right to it. When we were last time on DeWitt with 3D, or previously on DeWitt with 3D, we did do a midweek stream. For those of you who were here, thank you. For those of you who missed it, midweek we ended up going ahead and mounting the gantry into the printer, and it was held up with zip ties. We didn't use zip ties, we used boxes, and we ended up mounting the hardware for the z-axes, axes, however you want to pluralize them. And then our next step with the z-axes was to run the belts on all 4 z-axes. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Hey, don't be sorry for being late, Dominic. You're just on time. We haven't done anything fun yet. Oh, I turned my fan on because it was hot in here. So tonight I have a couple different camera views. We have this guy here, which I'm mounting on the corner of the frame so that you can kind of keep an eye, a bird's eye view on anything I do. Okay. My close-up one, of course, is just going to point, from across the side. I have my overhead on a whole new boom so you can see more of it here. And the overhead is on a type of boom that I can move it all over the place. So, hi. Anyways, and then of course we have our my 4-split camera, which I can do this so you guys can see whatever view. And then when it comes time to building things on the desktop, which we're going to, I'm just going to flip one of the cameras over. So we're going to kind of play music with cameras as we go. Making a video is one thing because I can set the camera angles, blah, blah. Doing a live video, I like to move them around, and you can only have so many cameras. So here we go. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're all sort of set up. I got to look into the camera and want to talk more often instead of looking at the screen, watching the chat. But anyways, I'll try and keep up with chat tonight. I know sometimes I get really involved in what we do, but I'll try and keep up with chat as we go. Full disclosure here, I did quote unquote cheat a little bit. I ran 2 of the belts already because there's 4 belts to run. I saved 2 of them to run live. I ran the 2 because I wanted to make sure, number one, that it was going to work, that I didn't cut my belts too short, which I didn't last week. And number 2, just so I know what I'm doing so that I'm not stumbling around so much, because I think there might be a little more stumbling around coming up when we go to build the hot end. So we'll see what happens. So, okay, 13 people on there. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free to subscribe on YouTube and follow me on Twitch. That is free. I stream live every Sunday night. We're going to be doing midweek streams to get this build more expedient, this build going along a little quicker, because we have a few other things that we want to work on before the end of the summer. And I don't want this to take the whole summer doing it live. Lower that mic back down as your voice is still going through it. Better yet. There we go. Okay, I have sound now. Oh man, no, I have sound now. I better have sound now. This one should be working now. Somebody just say yes that it's working, please. Good. When you switch sound devices in OBS, you also have to go into StreamYard and turn the sound on. Switch the devices in StreamYard, which I neglected to do. Sorry about that, guys. Well, at least you heard me somewhat from the other microphone when I was yapping away. Let's go ahead and get started on the build. And this live stuff, I'm telling you. Anyways, you're not here to watch me chat. We're here to watch a build. So let's go ahead and do some building. We're going to run the belts. Because I have run 2 of them, I can confidently run the other 2. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're here, and the belts were put on these pieces during the week when we did our other little bit of a which, there we go. Yeah, so just ignore that one that's blocking the boxes, which is this one here. Yeah, okay. So what we got to do now that the belts are mounted, after we mounted all the Z pieces here, is now we got to run the belt down, and we're going to run the belt up, and then we're going to loop the belt down and then snug the belt out through here. So part of this process involves grabbing my hex keys And I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as where the chef suddenly has the cake made. There we go. Grab my, I think these are the two we need. So what I need to do first is this, there's an idler right up top here. This idler needs to be loosened and down. And what the instructions say to do is loosen the idler to almost the point of falling off and then give it 4 turns back on. What that's going to do is we're going to tighten the belt with that idler down, and then that allows tensioning the belt as the belt stretches. So let's go ahead and loosen off this. I didn't test these views live, so my head might be in the way of some of them, but you can see me down, you can see me through this guy right here. There we go. So we're going to loosen this idler right off. Pull it down. Now with the other ones, I can kind of see the distance between the black and the gold part, so I can kind of get an idea of how far down to pull this one based on what I've done in the other ones. Because we don't want this to go too loose. That's why they say 4 turns back. Because when you tighten the belt, you don't want that to pop the screw right out of that nut. So we'll loosen this right off. There we go. And that's just about coming off. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5. I think right about there. That gives us a lot of room to tension that belt up. Okay. Now we'll focus down here. I'm over on this one. So we're going to run this belt. Now I came up with a little method. I use this little device right here. And I lifted my printer, put this under it. Whoops. And pulled this corner off the bed, just like this. Makes it easier to get under here and run the belt. Hey, Better Than Yours US, and hey, Mad Cat USA, and Dominic Versetto. Yeah, I had to take Ethan to Kid Strong today, so I missed the first layer at noon today. Yeah. So we're going to run this down right through, making sure I keep it all level and straight. And then we're going to feed it back straight up through here. Like so. Here we go. Okay, and we're on the teeth. Then we're going to come up and feed it through this slot right here. Come on. I have big fingers. There we go. Whoops. Wrong hole. There it goes, right up through here. Okay, so we're coming up around the top. Then we come down. Then we come through this idler here. Like so. Okay, and one thing I didn't do, so I can remove this now that I've got the lower part run. Get this back on the Lazy Susan. Okay. And one thing that I didn't do right here is I need to loosen off the belt holder. This is the little clamp that holds the belt down. I need to back that off so I can slip the belt underneath this. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys have that good on that other new camera angle there. So we're just going to loosen that off, make sure it's loose so that I can take this belt and slide it under and out this side, like so. There we go. Now, now I'm just going to tension the belt. Hey, Thomas Lama, how are you? Now I'm going to tension the belt up here. We're going to pull that tension through here and pull that tension down here. And they say to pull the belt tight. I don't want to pull it over tight. I don't know exactly what tensions we need on these, but I'm trying to get all four to a similar tension. So I got them pulled tight. We are lined up on all the gears properly, and then we will go ahead and tighten it down. Okay, and when you tighten it down, it snugs them really, really good. So they are very, again, I'm not sure how tight these are supposed to be, but all I know is the instructions said pull the belt tight. So didn't reef on it, but it's tight, but not tight, not so tight that I can't push them together. So, okay. And then the next thing is to take a little zip tie. Okay. We're going to run a little zip tie through this belt here. Make sure not to go around both belts like I did earlier. And then we're just going to take up the slack in the belt. They basically say don't cut this belt off. You take up the slack in the belt and you, come on, little zip tie. And just like that. So we just tuck in the excess belt with a zip tie in here. And let me snip that end off here. I don't know why I'm doing a play-by-play. You could always just read the book. Most of the other guys that I see do these builds don't always do a play-by-play. So I'm just going to switch this funky camera in the bottom left over to the other side we're going to do now. Just like that. Look at that. And I can turn this around. We can work on this side. Okay, I'm going to loosen off the belt clamp first. There we go. Dominic says, I think the belt should be tightened to 5 pounds short of the point where the belt breaks. Yeah, I think that's probably reasonable. 5 pounds short of where the belt breaks. I don't know where the belt would break, actually. I don't want to find out. I loosened this one off a bit too much. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to, again, lower this idler. Okay. There we go. Come on down. Come down. This one doesn't want to slide down too easy. There it comes. And just about off. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 turns or so. Maybe one more. There we go. And we're going to feed this belt. You can always turn the boxes 90 degrees. The boxes are okay. Once I get this belt in, I can get rid of the boxes. Actually, I can get rid of this box now. Bye, box. Okay, so I'm going to do the same with this corner here. Right here. Yeah, there we go. just going to pull this off side a bit. I'm going to put this little stand under there to hold it up. There we go. This makes it easier to feed the belt down. On that side of the idler. And then we're going to feed the belt up. It's like threading a sewing machine. There we go. Nah, not really. Okay. Got it. Make sure there's nothing impeding. There we go. Then we'll come up through the slot here. Right here. And around the idler. Like so. And we'll feed it underneath. Oh, this belt I cut really long. Underneath this. Oh, did I ever cut this belt long? And it just doesn't have to be that long. I'm just gonna snip it off a bit there. Hey Matt, how are you? There we go. Now let's get these all snugged. Snugged. Like so. Pull it tight. And tighten down the belt clamp. There we go. And they're all, that box can come out now. Be gone. And they're all pretty much even tension too. Yeah, they are. These two might be a little tighter, but I think that's all adjustable after, and I'm sure that's going to be some of the stages we go through. So, okay, grab one more zip tie here. Gravity 1, but guess what? There's a carpet down there, so aha. Okay. Sneak this guy through, start it up. And we'll tuck this belt up away. Boy, I cut this one much longer than the rest, but that's okay, actually. Actually, I'm going to cut a little bit more off of this. Don't need all that excess. Okay. And we'll just tuck that in. Tighten the zip tie. And call it a day there. There we go. Okay, so we have gantry laying on its own under the weight of the belts. Very cool. Oh, that's, something's not square there going, that's tight going back. But I guess we adjust that. We're going to adjust that somehow. Somehow, some way. Okay, well, let's see what the next stages are. Okay. Fold the excess belt. Install remaining belts, which we've done. Squaring the gantry. Move the gantry all the way back until it hits the A and B drive both sides. Firmly tighten the screws on the X-axis. Okay, so the X-axis screws, these were all left loose. This is really, really snug going back, but I think Let me move this camera over here. Let me move this one kind of down here, and we'll get a little bit of an undercarriage view here. There we are. And we will focus on that x-axis. So actually what I'm going to do, really temporary for now, just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to get rid of this camera. Just don't look at that bottom left screen. Not to start any big problems, what is my opinion on the Voron compared to the VZ-Bot? I don't know anything about the VZ-Bot. There we go. I know nothing about the VZ-Bot, so I cannot honestly answer that and form an opinion, but perhaps somebody in chat can. Okay. Okay, now we can freely turn this guy. So let's see. We're going to pull this x-axis back till they're both touching, but that's very, oh, I see. I think once I tighten these up, it should roll freer, I'm hoping. I mean, it comes back, but it kind of binds right about there. Okay, and maybe once we get the belts on and everything as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and snug these up as it says. I believe it's the yellow one for these guys. Yes, it is. So, because we had left all this loose prior to. Oh no, that one's not the one I want to snug. It's this one. These ones. And the bottom ones. Actually, I'm going to do something. I'm going to loosen these off a little bit more here. I'm just going to loosen these more. I want to make sure we're not binding up here. Because it does feel very snug. I just want to loosen these all like so. There we go. Yeah, it binds up right there. It's almost like these two gantry ones are not parallel. And that. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're all the way back. That's a little better. I feel better about that. Hey, Stephen Poole. Don't over tighten. Caps was stick, but snug barely. These ones. Don't over tighten what? The belts or the bolts? I'm not over tightening the bolts. These are the ones they said to leave loose. And then it says to bring the X gantry back till it touches the A and B motors, which it is, and then tighten the bolts that were left loose. I checked the gantry with a square when I built it, and it was good. It should be fine. Well, let's see what happens when I tighten these up. That's not bad now. Still a bit snug at the one end. I think once I get the belts on, I'm going to be okay. Because nothing is out of line here. We should be good. Okay, we got to run some belts somewhere. These are the belt tensioners here. And then there's our idlers inside. Okay. Snug at one means a little not square. Yeah, but what's not square? Everything. Z is moving fine. The more I move it, the less snug it is. Now, the other thing it could be is the linear rail, although I did use the centering tool on the linear rail, but I could always pull. No, I don't want to mess with the linear rails at this point. I'm going to put the belts on and see what happens. I can always readjust if need be. Okay. Now, just for fun, where are my squares? It's not the easiest thing to check right now, but this way, gantry is square to the X on here, and this side see what the belts are going to. That's square. Those are square. This way, it's not really easy to tell with all this hardware in the way. But this way, yeah, again, I can't tell this way because of everything that's in the way here. Now those, yeah. Okay, let's get going on the belts. Let's see how this works out after the belts are on, because the belts are really bringing everything into alignment. Now this one belt's a little loose compared to the rest, but that's going to be adjustable. We'll figure all that. Actually, why don't I just snug that up a little bit right now. Just so I have all these Z belts tensioned properly. There we go. That's better. Okay. AB belts. Let's get this monitor over so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Core XY, individual belt paths are stacked on top of each other. Yep, crossing often found in Core XY designs is omitted. Compared to any other implementations, the motors are moved to a less intrusive position. To learn more about principles behind Core XY, equal belt tension is important and proper function of the Core XY systems. You recommend run one belt to get the required length, then remove the belt from the printer and cut the second belt to the exact same length, as both belt paths have the same lengths and is an easy way to get constant tension. Perfect. Okay. There's the belt overview. Well, this looks like a nice complicated path belt run, but maybe not. A belt, B belt. Okay. And preparation. Okay. Extend the idler. Loosen the idler bolt to extend the idler. Once the extension to the maximum, tighten 4 turns. Repeat for the second idler. Okay. And we're going to have to do some heat insets here. Okay, so let's extend these idlers. I think they're already pretty much extended, but let's just go ahead. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turns. And on this side, hello, hello. Hey, Zenbender. Why does that one not seem to be moving? It's because you're already extended to the full. That one is already extended. And this one was already extended when I put them together. One, two. Okay. And 4 turns on this one. As soon as it catches 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. So we've got those extended. I'm going to move that off to the side a bit. Okay, good. I see what you're saying. Now we need to find our tightener thingamadoobers. We need some printed pieces here. I got dogs running around like mad animals upstairs. Okay, I need those guys. There's one of them. I believe that's one of them. Oh, yes, it is. There's one. Oh, here. Let's do this. Aha. There's a second one. And then the other half. Oh, it's not that. Or is this the same thing? This is maybe the same. Hang on a second here. Oh, one's a right, one's a left, I think. Let me just make sure. Let me go. I'm going to just peek ahead. Oh yeah, this is all I need is these pieces here, I believe. Although, why do these look mirrored and the ones, because they are mirrored, because one of them is a for the running the cables. Aha. Okay. Okay, I just have to orient these so I have the right piece in the right location. Okay, so this one, this is very confusing. Okay, there's the nut one there. There's the one with the nut holes in it. No. Well, I think I'm missing. Where's the audio? There's no audio. Hey, 3D printing newbie Milan. Audio's good there. Okay, good. Whew. Don't scare me like that, Andrew. I'm just trying to orient these two pieces I've got. I can't make head nor tail of them. We're looking at this piece. The orientation of these is kind of critical as far as getting everything put in there right. But why does this piece look different? Okay. So there's that. So that's the left one. There we go. That's the left one I'm looking at. And this has got to be the right one. But it shows two M3 nuts going in the one side, and I only see one M3 nut slot. So I just want to ensure that that is the right piece, and it is. Okay, so let's get the heat inset gun out. Let's move this down a bit, like that. And let's get the heat inset gun out. I'm going to move... I won't worry about the camera right now. There's the heat inset tool. Plug her in. Give myself some easier outlets here too. And we'll turn that on. Okay. These two cameras are almost redundant. So what if I... I know what I'm going to do. You accidentally muted. Okay, that's fine. I think we're all guilty of doing that once in a while. Ignore that bottom left camera. Okay, I'm going to pop this up here. There we go. Except for that annoying wire in the way. Okay, so we need some heat insets. And some M5 nuts. M3 nuts, sorry. M3 nuts. Sure. Spend more time looking for hardware. I see washers, I see screws, I don't see M3 nuts. Where are we here? Okay, anyways, let's get the heat insets done first. Okay, so on this one, we're going to put a heat inset right here. And we're going to put one in the front. So two in the front, and then we have a little bit of a piece that we got to find too. So we're going to need 4 heat insets out. This thing is blurry. There we go. One in here. And this new little tool has made life so much easier for heat insets. Let's just move it over. Off to the side a little bit here. Here we go. There's one. Two. And I need to find that other piece. Hey, Milan. This little guy right here. Okay. I don't know if it matters which side. Oh yeah, I see. So we're going to put them on the bottom and the flat side. So we got one in here. Is that going to reach? Oh yes, it is. Good. Not quite. I want to go through a little bit more. Okay. Okay, and one more in here. Oh, those are hot. Careful, those heat insets get really hot. Especially when they're in close proximity to each other. Okay, something's bent here. Why is this? Oh, man. See what happened here? I don't know if you can see my little... This thing bent. Why is that bending? Too hot? Shouldn't be too hot. There we go. Why did that bend? Okay, turn that off for now. Yeah, it's well, this is a cheap little iron, and you know I don't trust the temperature readings on it, but I'm about halfway as far as the temperature on there goes. So anyways, I think we got that okay. I think we got this piece going okay. Why does this thing keep going out of focus? Okay, sorry about that. I gotta get this. You should not keep going out of focus because I've locked you in. There we go. Okay. After that, I got to find those M3 nuts, which I'm not finding in my main kit here. So I'm going to revert to the backups. And there's bound to be some M3 nuts in here. Maybe I use them all on something. M3 hex nuts right there. We go 3 spare pieces. And I need 2 of them for this. Hey, Jason. Looking good. Thank you very much, sir. Got a few issues maybe to deal with, but we'll see. I want to run the belts on the gantry and see if that fixes the issues. I think the belts are going to help snug things up a bit. Okay. Let's get these nuts inserted. If possible. Actually, if I use a pull method, so let's find an M3 screw right here, and we'll pull the nuts in using the pulling method. There we go. So we'll thread the nut onto here. And we'll pull it through. Make sure we're in the right orientation. Oh, and it does not want to. You're going to make me tighten you up to pull you through, aren't you? Set at 350, which is about 180 Celsius. Yeah, that's probably not a bad thing to do. Okay, I need to get this nut to go. That hole's just a tad tight where the nut's got to insert here. So I'm just going to hold this. We're kind of going to force that hole bigger. There we go. Now you're going in, whether you like it or not. There you go. Now I can pull you out. Now the next one is a hexagon nut going into a round hole for some reason. But who am I to question that? I just follow instructions. Hexagon nut forced into a round hole. That's interesting. I won't drop my nuts, old curmudgeon. I actually got one loose nut on the table I'm going to have to deal with here. So let's go ahead and force a hexagon nut into a round hole, I suppose. Here we go. And it works. It's fitting. Get that to the bottom depth where it needs to sit. Maybe it's hexagon inside. There we go. Yeah, I think some reason that tip bent. I think I have, well, I know I have some more of the LDO heat inset tools. I have 2 more actually. I have 3 of them in total. Okay, so we've got our heat insets put in. Let me put this spare nut away. It's funny I can't find any M3 square nuts. Anyways, now we have 1 left. Okay, so we got the heat insets in these parts. We got the square nuts in that side. They don't ask anything about square nuts on this side, although, oh, I see, because those are going to go together like that. Aha! Okay, next page. M3x12s. M3x12s. M5x16, M3x8s. So many screws. I'll find those nuts as I'm looking for my M3x12s. I did just find the M3 hex nuts. They were on the bottom of they were stuck to the bottom of the magnet bag. See, I knew I'd find them. Now I just need to find my M3x12 screws. Right there. I found my nuts. Okay, 2 of these. And they're going in. Which side? Which side had the nuts in it? Let's see. So, this is still the same way. What's the basic difference between these two? Okay, so M3x12 in here. I don't get it. I'm just gonna. Okay, so we're gonna tighten it in, and we're gonna leave it sticking out 3 millimeters. So I guess it's self-tapping. Okay. Three millimeters. Where's the calipers? Okay. Oh, we got a little ways to go yet. And 3 millimeters. Okay, and the same on the other one. Do I know where my marbles are? I lost my marbles years ago. And let's kind of eyeball this one with the other one. And three millimeters. Oh, not quite. Three millimeters. Mystery to me, because these aren't in there very tight. I could unscrew them by hand, but who am I to question? I'm always saying that. Who am I to question? Okay, so we've got the 3 millimeter gap there. We've got these two M312s in there. We'll go to the next page, and now we're going to attach these. A 6 millimeter belt and 3 M38 socket head screws. So, okay. 2 M38 socket head screws, M38s. 2 of these. Okay, let me move my heat press out of the way. Hey, Jerry. Little dude's doing really good, apprentice. Thank you for asking. Okay, we're going to move this camera. Give you guys a bird's eye view of what I'm doing here. I like this little mount that I got here, this little grippy thing that I can put this camera on any surface. So there we go. Now I just have to focus you. That's going to be good. Okay. So that's not good with the light right in behind it. So we'll try and do it at sort of a, maybe we'll try and get it at like this angle right here. There we go. Whatever. We'll see how this goes. So we need to take the left side and we're going to put the two. Let's get these screws in the hole. There's one of them. And then this is going to go onto the linear rail carriage. Like so. And then the other one. Oops, I got to put the belts in behind there first. Let's back off. So the belts are going in behind. Why doesn't that make... Well, I guess it makes sense. There's little teeth for the belts here. So let me go grab the belts. The belt. The belt. Where is it? I had it out. Where are you, belt? Where did you go? Oh. There it is. Found it. Right here. Okay. New angles. Oh, thanks, Jerry. I'm trying. I got this little this camera here. Hello. It's on a little it's called a slinkling. I don't know, some mount, and I can actually move that onto my equipment and everything. So it's pretty cool. This angle up above here is my new arms. Okay, there's my belt. What? See, but yet it's saying to use two belts. Clamp both A and B belts in place by installing, but they told me to run one belt and measure the other one. You're not making any sense here. It told me to run one belt, take it out, and then use that to cut the other belt. So how can I clamp A and B belts if I'm expected to use one to measure the other? Now, unless I just slice this thing right in half, because the 6mm is just used for the A and Bs. So if I slice this belt right in half, it's got to be the right length. Thing is, that risks me losing spare belt. I wish it would at least tell me, for like it did for the other one, okay, for 300mm, you're going to need this much belt. But let's see, maybe it did and I just missed it, but I doubt it. No, so right there, it tells me, run one belt to get the required length, remove the belt from the printer, cut the second belt to the exact same length. Well, I guess I can always just, at this stage, just clamp the one end in and leave it out and then just loosen it off and clamp the other one in. Okay, that's what we'll do. I just answered my own question. Exactly the same tooth count. So what I'll do is I'll just put one in for now. I'll just put the one in, and then I will make sure I get the right piece here. I'm mixing my right and left up here again. Come on. This way here. Okay, I'll just put one in for now. And then we'll loosen it off and then do the other one, and then we'll clamp them both. Okay, that makes sense. And that does make sense. So they're doing that so we get the exact same teeth count. Okay. I'll believe it. I need to ream a hole here. I didn't pre-ream all my holes. That's too big. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, Tripod, how are you? Thanks for popping in, John. Appreciate it. Always pre-ream your holes, kids. Makes things go a little bit smoother when it comes time to stick your bolt in. Don't go there, please. Nobody go there, because I just did. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's get the one end of the belt on here. So we will make sure that we have right Does it show any sticking out? Yeah, so we're going to stick a little bit out. Oh, I see, to come right up sort of to the... Okay, so we're going to come here. So our teeth are going to be right exactly on the end here. So basically, I'm going to have enough folded so it's just even with this edge. Okay. Now we're going to try and do this gracefully. Okay. Oh, there's already a nut on my X key. Now we just got to find the hole. We found the hole. Okay, we'll put that one in. Looks like a small build. It's a small build. It's a timely build, but it's a small build. And we'll snug this one in. Okay, we'll snug those up. We don't have to kill them on the tightening. And the belts are in there. Okay, so now let's run this one belt. We have a, oh man, that's a long belt to run. That's okay though. So let's just get the end. My gut feeling is they give me enough for probably two run lengths here. That's the one thing about the LDO kits, is there's no shortage of spare stuff. And if there is, it's because I've dropped something. Okay, there's the belt, untwisted. So we're going to run through. This should be self-explanatory, but it's just not necessarily. Okay, so, and again, sorry about the lights in the back of this camera. This is kind of, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this. Bear with me 1 second here. If I go out like this, and clamp that up like that, there we go. That might be a little bit better. That might be a little bit better. Okay. Okay, we're going to come across, we're going to come through here. Oh, sure, I got the curly end of the belt too. Look at the curl on that belt. Okay, I just got to try and decurl this belt a little bit here. There we go. Okay, we're going to come through here and we're going to somehow push it through. So this is where I'm hoping a zip tie will come in handy to push it through. Just sort of nudge it the right way. Okay, come on, go, go, go. Down a little bit more, go, go. Just want to get you through. There we go, and I got it. Got it. Okay, now we got to pull. Okay. Without getting tangled. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay, we got that one. Okay, and then follow the path pointed out by the arrows. Needle nose pliers, tweezers, or similar tools can help. No poop, Sherlock. So it should be a pretty obvious path. So I'm going to come around back here, keeping that same camera view. Let me find the end of the belt again. This is obviously the top belt. So we're going to come through. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get you down here. Come through here. I don't think top, bottom. No, this one doesn't go around this extrude, this motor. So this one's got to bypass this motor. So this one comes straight through here. Don't try and force yourself into the motor. There we go. This one comes straight through here. I cannot see chat right now. I'm behind the monitor. That one comes straight through here like that. Okay, so the teeth are pointing out. Fair enough. Okay. Then we're going to come here. I can turn the monitor and see chat from this side. There we go. And let's turn this guy a little bit more that way. There we go. Did you do both belts to that piece? No, because they tell you, they say run one belt, get the length, take it all out, cut the second belt. So I'm going to run one belt, then I'm going to take it out, cut the second belt, then put both belts to that piece. Just doing as they say here. So now we got that one. On the next one, now we loop through and around the motor. Okay. So we loop around, and this is where a zip tie is going to come in handy. Hopefully you guys can kind of, oh yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So we're going to run the zip tie through here. Actually, no, that's why there's an opening right here. So I should be able to come around this. If I go in from the top with the zip tie, there we go, and force you around this way. There we go, and push you through. Then you're going to come out through this way. Ah, see, that wasn't so bad. Zip tie really helps. And then you're going to come through here. Okay, so let's just lift you up. There you go. Okay, now we're just going to pull this through. Spinning the motor as we go. Yeah. Problem is I could have cut the belt in half, run both at the same time, and then cut them at the same length. But then I'm suspecting that there's enough belt here for 1 or 2 extra lengths of belt. And if I cut the belt in half, I lose the ability to have that extra length and extra 1 belt length. So that's okay. We'll just do it this way. It just takes a little longer. But this is an easier belt pass so far to run than the 01 was. It's a little easier. And then we come out and through around this top idler. And then again, the zip tie really helps because I can point that right to the path. And then the belt will follow that right through. Like so. Then we can come right out here. I'll just follow instructions, and that way I can't have an issue and have somebody say, but you didn't follow the instructions. There we go. Okay, now let's come around front. First, let's turn my monitor back so I can see what's going on. Okay, and then, so we've done this run here, and then we come through. So we got to come through the idler under this guy here. Okay. The difficult we do immediately, the impossible takes a little longer. Yeah. The path is still tricky around AB belts. It's easy to misroute it and bend against the plastic instead of bearing. Yeah. Not that you've never done that before, Zen. Never. Okay, come through here. Come through here, my pretty. Come through. There we go. Are we on that idler? Come on. What? No, that doesn't seem right. That's too high. There you go. No, come on, get down there. Get down around that idler. No. Okay, we're around that idler. Okay, and now, then we got to come through this. This looks like it might be a little tricky. Here. And again, because I can, let's move this guy. Kind of just over like this, and we'll just focus this on this idler right here. So now the belt's going to come through. But that's the Z-belt path. So does that actually cross? Oh, so it comes between the Z-belt. Okay. It actually goes between the Z-belts path. This looks like it might be a little trickier. It will still work, mostly misrouted. You will get random layer shifts as the friction melts the plastic, just enough to grab the belt. I'm hoping I don't have that issue. But this looks like a tricky feed right here. It goes between, unless, let me see if I can get the zip tie. Let's move you back a bit. Let's move you back a bit. See if I can get the zip tie to route through this. No, you just come straight out the back. It's not what I want you to do. There we go, and around. Is that going to come out the front? No. You got to come right around that idler inside. This one's ridiculous. I can see the idler. Okay, well, let's curl the tip of the zip tie. Well, let's just, let's try it. See if maybe by some miracle it feeds itself through. And of course, no. Now, I wonder if it's worth, no, I can't really take this apart. Any tips? For all you experienced people? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll definitely take note of the picture and make sure the routing is correct as needed. But I have a feeling that this little BASTARD here is going to be, unless I get extremely lucky, I wonder. Nope. Yeah, it's just this is the patience. This is the part that takes patience, I think. So I got the zip tie going through there now, so I'm hoping. Okay, come on. I'm hoping if I can get this to catch the zip tie with enough curl, it'll just follow that zip tie through. So at least this is practice because I got to do it twice. Okay, so this pulls through, get to the point where I might hit the zip tie. And let's try and, Oh, you know what would really help? If I put the zip tie in with the teeth inside, feed the zip tie in backwards and follow with the belt, pulling the zip tie back out. Well, let's see if I can get the zip tie to feed backwards. It's getting around that curl, that bend, that's the hard part. Okay, get in. Oh, doesn't want to go through there. Okay, I'm going to try one thing. If I get the zip tie through here, where I did before. Nope. There we go. Okay, I got the teeth of the zip tie there. If I get the belt going through, see if the teeth of the zip tie will actually assist in pulling. Nope. Okay, well, let's continue just trying. Patience is a virtue. Okay. I'm waiting for Jason Tech Support to show up and say, hey, do you want to know the easy way now? Let me try a smaller zip tie. Maybe a smaller one will have more luck going through. Make the belt go over, not under. I don't know what you mean. The belt can only go one way. I've got the teeth. Let's make sure. Okay, it's going to go this way. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I want to make the belt orientation right, because if you get it through there and the belt's twisted, then you're really hooped. Okay. I think a smaller zip tie is going to be maybe the key. Can't seem to get the zip tie feeded backwards, but I think a smaller zip tie some print just finished. So if I go through here like that and then pull, hopefully the gears might mesh. Nope. Oh, okay, I got to feed this in the right way. That helps. Okay. I almost fed it in twisted. No. Okay, well, I gotta. I almost went under the rail. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I almost went under. That wouldn't be too good. I'm still focusing on this idea of apprentice saying feed the zip tie in backwards, and that's how I ended up doing the 01. But it's just a matter of getting around this tight turn in here. This is just one of those minor inconveniences in a build. But once it's in, then I got to do this twice, right? Because I'm going to pull it out. Zip tie wants to come out every hole but the right hole. So if I get you in there and if I can somehow force you around around the corner. I don't have any pipe cleaners. Okay, one more trick I'm going to try. You go in here. And out that side. So that when I put this guy in, you'll force him to come around the corner. No, you won't. You little bastard. Okay. Whew. I need a drink of water. This is not the easiest part of the build. Nobody told me there'd be days like these. Strange days indeed. Most peculiar, Mama. Let me think. There's got to be a way. I still think, as the apprentice said, if I could feed this in backwards and get it to come out the right hole. No, you keep coming out the side. What can I use to force you into the proper hole? This is where the viewer count is going to start dropping. So you got to go on this side of the belt anyways. I got to make sure I'm on the right side of the belt, number one, because last thing I want to do is have this feed on the wrong side of the Z belt and give me all kinds of issues there. Jeez. Okay, let's try that. Let's try this. See if that method works. This might just work. This might just work. If I pull that out a bit. No, okay. Okay, so try this one. I was able to get the zip tie through from this end. Where are you going? Man. Okay, but I want you to go in. Oh, fun. So if I do that, I just need to force that little guy. Once I figure the proper method, I'm hoping that it's just going to work for the rest of them. For the rest of it. Okay, so if I get you out there, okay. Okay, I got the zip tie to go through here. I'm going to try one thing here. Okay, back from working with the trident. Did we get no? No. But But I'm hopeful on this attempt right here. I'm very hopeful on this attempt. Oh, man. Oh, I was hopeful. I was so hopeful there. Oh, guys. I feel like apologizing because I'm Canadian, but really, there's nothing I'm doing wrong. I just need... It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Well, for me. I'm sure you can take a handful of people who have built several of these and they'll say, do you want to know a real easy way to do that? But for me, it's a task. So we're just going to patiently get it done. Okay, there we go. I got the zip tie through. Okay, I got the zip tie to go through. Let's see if I can actually follow the zip tie through now. Okay, let's pull you back out. And let's follow through. Why are you popping out the wrong hole, you dumb mother bleep, 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 and fleep, and bleep, and bleep, and belt? Looks like I'm going through the wrong way, but I'm not. I'm wrapped around the top here. Okay, let's try one thing. Somebody suggested this, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to try something. This way. Uh-huh. 1 second. 1 second. Da-da-da. Tiger tape. Tiger tape. Gorilla tape. Oh, come on, you son of a... I just don't know if there's enough room in there to do something like this. Find out in a second. Ah, there was. Whew. There we go. Gorilla tape to the rescue. Oh, that was difficult. Now pull the zip tie out without pulling the belt out. And there we go. Belt is through. And we just have to do that 3 more times. Belt is through. Okay. And then we go around this gear. Success. This was the top belt, right? Yes, it was. There we go. Oh, we'll keep that curled up zip tie for the next one. How do you tie them in? They tie in the other side the same way the first side tied in. Okay. Okay, so that's going to come over. Let's bring this forward. Why does my Z gantry look so crooked? Probably because it is. Oh, there we are. Okay. So that's obviously going to tie in with this side. So we want this to be, I'm going to make this longer than it needs to be. Well, no. So if I pull this over, there we go. So this is going to tie in under here. And that's going to be, if we tension that, that's going to be the upper belt. It's going to come in. And it is going to be yay long. I am going to cut it a hair longer just because I can always shorten it when I run it, when I do the both runs, as long as I have one end the same. Yeah. Yeah, Jason does. There we go. Okay, we cut the belt. I'm awful tempted to say, why bother taking it out? Yeah, I cut it about a 5 millimeters too long. No, not even that. I cut it about 2 millimeters too long. Yeah, I cut it long enough so that yeah, about 5 millimeters, 10 millimeters too long. And yeah, now why do I have to bother undoing that to do the other one? I kind of understand why, but well, the path is smooth. Look at that move along that path. The path is very smooth. I don't know if I want to undo that, all that work. I think I just want to run the other belt and be done with it. And then worry about the tension. Then worry about tensioning them evenly. Just like I did with the 01s. Yeah, I want your answer on what you would do, Zen. Would you take this belt out, measure it, and then run them both, or would you just run the other belt right now? Because all I got to do is take this off, put the other one on, and run it. Like, I don't think it's necessary for me to take that out no. So I'd be curious to see what you would do, but I think I'm going to take the leap, and I'm just going to run the other belt. I'm not going to take this one out. You have shamed me to think outside the box, Jason. Yeah, I'm just going to run the other belt. I'm not going to take this belt right out of all I've just done. I'm just going to loosen this off. We'll put the other belt in here as well, and we'll just do it. We'll just do it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do, Zen. That's exactly what I'm going to do, if I may call you Zen. Yeah. Okay. Let's pop you in. 1, 2. Or this camera gotta go lower so you can see what I'm doing here. There you go. Okay, so we've got both belts in there. There we go. Why are you all of a sudden on a freaking angle? Get up off the floor. Okay. Take 2. Top belt. Get over on the top one. There you go. Bottom belt. Get on the bottom one. This takes a little bit of... Oh, lordy, lordy. This takes a little bit of coordination, which I seem to be lacking right now, but... Okay. Stay in position. Stay. Stay in your proper grooves. There we go. Don't move. Okay, you look good. You look good. Line up the hole. Drop the bolt. No, that's okay. What happens on DeWitt stays on DeWitt. So I went from 23 to 16 viewers. Because, man, that belt run was just brutal. Come on. There we go. Get in there. There we go. Did I find the hole? I think I found the hole. I did. You like to count the teeth? I know what Jason would make me do. I can just see Jason having me go 1, 2, 3, 4, and counting all the teeth. Okay, we get to run the bottom belt now, folks. Okay. You're going to lurk family movie night. Awesome. Appreciate the lurkiness. Oh, so this one's going to come around. Oh, man. This one I've got to... Well, at least I get this hard part out of the way right away. Because this one's going to come around this way. Although I should not assume that. I should read the instructions. Let me just flip the page to make sure. B-belt. It's coming around that way. Yeah, and through the difficult thing. Okay, well, at least I get this out of the way right off the bat. So let's go ahead and move the happy cam. There we are. Go ahead and move the happy cam down to here so we can watch me. We can laugh at me doing this one. Okay. But I have a feeling. I got this feeling that today is the day. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't be singing on stream. I got this feeling today is the day. Okay. If I can get you out that hole, I can. I got you out that hole. Okay. Now, if I can get you in the other hole. Oh, gravity. Back up. Back up. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. We're going to bend you. There you go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I know you can do it. Come on, come on. Yes. Yes. You mean at the clamp. If 5 teeth are sticking out on each belt, and they are more likely than not very close to... Oh, I see. Okay. So I see what you mean. So right now, I have, if I can, yeah, kind of right now, I can show you, like right now, I have the exact amount of teeth sticking out of the clamp right here on top and bottom. Like, I can't really, I have sucky eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So I have 5 teeth sticking out this side, exactly on this side. So I think that's what you mean. So, okay, let's see if this one is going to go quicker than the other one. I knew that's what you meant, Jason. I was just saying that if this were you guiding me, you probably would have made me count all the teeth. Now, hang on a minute here. Oh, okay, that's got to be right. So this is going in teeth side in versus teeth side out. Okay, so it's almost opposite. Oh, well, it's I guess as long as it's going to work. Okay, so let's pull you out. And let's feed you through. Oh, let's do the Gorilla Tape thing again. It worked good. All right, scissors go right here. Not that I'm saying you're that mean person or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. Because you're anything but a mean person. Okay. Pull. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on, you bastard. Ah. Oh, no. I was going to say, with my luck, I just got Gorilla Tape wrapped around my idler, but I didn't. Okay, well, it worked first time. We're going to try it again. We're not going to give up. I'm not one to give up. Okay. Maybe. Okay, let's try this without the tape and just see if this will actually follow the path. It might. No, I'm gonna need to tape it to this. Okay, well, I'm going to give this a try right here real quick. This is how we did the last one. There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, that banged my elbow, but we got it. Come on. Oh, you know what? There's lots of belt length here, so let's just go snip dingle. Snip dingle, snip dingle. Get the zip tie out of the way. And that should leave the belt. Oh, tell me I did not do what I think I just did. Oh, okay. That was good practice. Who can tell me what I did wrong there? I'll bet Jason can. Excuse me. No, I ran the belt the wrong way. I ran the belt around this way instead of around this way. I had the belt coming out this way. I had to have the belt coming out this way. But I've got practice now. I ran the belt the wrong way. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. I'm going to get it anyway. There's some people out there when I say, okay, who can tell me what I've done wrong? There's some people out there, they're going to say, you started a Voron build. There we go. Oh, tell me I'm not on the inside of that belt. Ah, for frig's sake. Ah, da-dum-bum-bum. Okay, another kick at the cat here. Got to be make sure it's on the right. It's got to be on the outside of this belt, the Z belt. Okay, that's on the outside of the Z belt. Okay. Third time's a charm, or 10th time, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, come on. Oh, you're coming out the wrong side, you mother. Okay. Okay. Oh, water. Oh. I've got the zip tie run fine, but belt's not cooperating. I swear this will be the hardest part of the build. Let me get a bit of curl in the belt. Okay. Can't believe I've taken 2 hours of my stream so far to only get this much done. Only get this much done. Okay, feed it in there. I don't want to have to tape it. It went through once without being taped. Yeah, it is between the idler and the zip tie. I'm just wanting to be sure that I go around. And the belt keeps wanting to come. I just got to make sure I go around this on the correct side of this Z belt, which is like the outside of the Z belt. I think it keeps slipping off the zip tie as I hit the idler, which is why it keeps wanting to come out this side, but I think this might have got it. Nope, 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 nope. So we're going to try Gorilla Tape. One more time. I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly don't know what I'm doing with this one. Right now I'm doing none. Unless I get this effing belt run. Oh. I'm just curious if I have all the right parts. So I'm doing a Voron Revo, not a hot end, and I'm hoping I have all the right parts printed for it. Oh man! But I can't do anything unless I get this belt run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me try some. Good idea, Steven. Let me try a smaller zip tie. I don't know if that's gonna. It went through once, but it went through on the wrong side of the Z belt. It keeps wanting to come out. I don't have any long, thin ones. Let me try one more thing. Let me try one more thing here. One more thing I have a thought of. Let me take a breather just to answer Zenbender's question really quick. I have part of my kit was, where can I find it? So I'm guessing I'm doing a stealth burner because part of my kit is the stealth burner upgrade kit. So I think that answers your question right there. I'm probably doing a stealth burner. Yeah. If I'm competent enough to run these belts, that is. Because if I can't run these belts, then I'm definitely not going to be competent enough to build a hot end. But we'll see. I'm too hard on myself. I just have to take my time here. Be patient. Yippee-ki-yay. Come on, get in there. Okay. So do I need to relook at the printed parts I have then for the stealth burner for the Voron Revo hot end? This is just, my back. I need to sit down for a minute here. I'm a fat guy and my back gets sore pretty quick. Okay. Okay. I swear this is the hardest thing I've done on this printer build so far. But I can't think of any other way to get around this other than just to tough it out and suck it up and hopefully get it to work. Sure glad I didn't pull that other belt out to measure. Oh man, this is really... This is not meant to be an entire stream step. Running the belts is 1 3-hour stream. Come on. Okay, I think we got it through. Or did we? No, we didn't. Whew. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, let's try again. Mm-hmm. Oh, for the love of all that is good and common and decent in this life, will you just go? I'm not a man to lose patience too quick, but... Oh man, come on. All I ask is for one little break here. The other side ended up going in. Okay, oh good, you're through. Are you on the right side of the Z? You are. Oh, you're through. Okay, let's see if I can get this to go now. Oh, ho, ho, ho. LGX Lite, Stealth Burner. My LGX Lite, there's something wrong with it. I had it on the 01 and it would not work for the life of me. So I'm in the midst of changing it. I don't know what happened with my LGX Lite. Didn't want to work, didn't want to cooperate, didn't want to do anything. So I took it off and I've got to build a mini afterburner. Although I didn't consult my tech support team to help me with it. So maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. Oh, are you serious? Did you work this time? Did patience pay off? I think it did. I really think it did. Oh. Oh, look at that. Patience and a little bit of faith. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, except you're all twisted. Why are you coming out? Oh, come on. Why are you coming out way up there? There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. We did it. 2 hours later. Yes, exactly. See, that's why. Oh boy. Here, let's mount this guy. I don't know where to mount this guy. I'm just so relieved to get that done. You're right. 2 hours later. Yep. See, if this was just a video of me making it, I would have edited all that out, of course. But Welcome to live streaming, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the bottom, so we're going to come through the bottom. Let me make sure I know what I'm doing. We come down there, we come straight through the bottom. Come on. Here we go. Okay. Take a break to hydrate. Good idea. I'm going to grab a drink. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Now we got to run. In through, around the idler. Around the idler, into the gears, out the gears, and around the idler. Okay. Easy peasy. There we go, around there. Ouch! That was my toe. Meanwhile, maintaining tension on the top one. Hey, Mika Steve. You missed the fun part of the stream. Actually, maybe if I pull it through here first a little bit, then try and feed it through here and out here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now you're whining. Wah. Good thing there's no electronics hooked up to this yet. There's that. Then we run over here. We run through here, through the lower idler. Come on. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Bit busy? Yeah, life can get busy. Then we come through the lower idler on here. And in. Mm-hmm. There it is. I did not just do that. Okay. Well, other than this little sucker not getting down onto the lower idler, come on. Get down. Get down. There we go. Okay, gosh. I swear that's a task and a half. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the instruction page. We did that. Now we're gonna Use the second part to capture the end of the belt. M3x8 screws. M3x40s. We're leaving those loose. Lightly tighten the screws. The belt must still be able to move. Okay. Because we got to tension the belts. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring this over. I'm just going to ensure that my belt paths are, in fact, correct and that I don't have any overlapping belts, that they're all sitting on the right idlers, on the correct idlers. I'll have to do that after I get everything done when I pull the tension. Okay. Okay. Just going to ream a couple holes here. Oh, come on. And there we go. Sorry about that. Blew in your ear. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut this guy off so he's easier to work with, but I'll cut him a little long. And there is enough belt probably for one more whole loop. Okay, let's get the top one separate from the bottom one. Let's get these guys snugged up somewhat. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now I got to get that M3/8. My camera froze, or did it? No, it didn't. Thought it did. Come on, bugger. There we go. Get that ready. Now we're going to move this over. Okay, not quite. Let's try to line this up with the hole here. While maintaining half decent tension. Still gotta, just want to get these holes started, and then I can actually work on the tension. But I can't find the hole. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, so leave them loose because I got to pull these belts tension now. Okay, so lightly tighten the screws, the belt will still be able to move, lightly tighten the bolt. So I got to put some M3 by 40 bolts on the top and an M3 by 30 in the bottom. Okay. Okay, let's see. M330 and an M340. Where are my M340s? Mm-hmm. There's my 40. 40 goes in the top. Ideally, they line up. There it goes. Lightly tighten the bolts. That's lightly tightened. M330 on the bottom. And lightly tightened. Okay. Okay. Grab both ends of the belt, the pair of pliers, and pull the belt tight. As both ends are cut to the exact same total length and the belt pads are equal. Yeah, no, that didn't work out that way. So, but we're just going to have to hand tension these. But again, I'm going to run around and make sure that we are not off of the bearing path. This one here seems a little funky. There we are. There we are. Okay. Okay, so let's get a handy, trusty dandy pair of pliers. And let's get ready with this. And we're going to tension, we're going to pull. Why don't you want to move? Are you not loose enough? Yeah, you're right out. Come on. There we go. Okay, I'm just checking the tension on the upper and lower belt for consistency. And we seem pretty good. Okay. I'm going to snug these guys up. So I see what they say by cutting exact length belts so that you can actually count the teeth. But if I can go by feel, top belt is 42 nanonewtons. Bottom belt is 42.035 nanonewtons. They're pretty, I would consider that pretty darn even. I think that's pretty good. Fully tighten the carriage bolts. So they want me to fully tighten all the bolts. So these ones are fully tightened. They're holding the belts in. It's actually a really nice system for the belts because it's easy to it's easy to tension the belts from here because we can tension the belts from these two guys here now. If you grab the X beam and push it back, if the tool head mount moves left or right, it should tell you. It's very tight going to the back. I don't know why it's so tight when I get to the very back. That's very tight. I have a feeling I got something going on. It's either the linears are out of whack because it's too tight when it gets to the back. Now, this doesn't move at all when I go back and forth until I get to a certain point at the back. Then it starts to go back because, yeah, I think I have an issue going on here. I thought that, oh, man. Okay, I'll de-rack it a bit to take care of it all. And final tensioning part 2. Okay, de-rack it. Yeah, so then for the most part then, that is not budging at all. So I think I'm okay with the tension. As I say, 42 nanonewtons on this side and 42.073 nanonewtons on that side. And, you know, I really did just make that up. And you're going, no, really? Okay, well, we'll go ahead with this. Oh, I didn't tension. I've got to tighten up these ones here. It said to tighten them all or to snug them. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And there we go. Okay. It's going to tell me to trim the belts off now, maybe? No? I'll trim the one, at least so it's reasonably the same. I'll worry about that after. Okay. Deracking consists of loosening a lot of screws, moving it back and forth, and then, okay, perfect. Well, that makes sense. That's going to probably fix my little issue there at the back. Check your work. Make sure that the belt is not riding on the plastic parts. This is where we're going to go around and check everything. Okay, let's go around and do a quick check on everything. Okay. We're on the bearing, we're on the bearing. We're not hitting the plastic here. We're good on the back here. We are good on the idlers in here. Ow, ow, that was my elbow. We're good on the idler up there. I cannot see. It's really difficult to see inside these front idlers. But we're on the right side of the Z-belt, which is the main thing. And it's moving smooth. So I think we're good there. And this one's moving smooth. And we're on the correct side of the Z-belt there. Okay. And if I look from here, we're riding on the gears there, and we are on the gears there. That gear may come up a little higher. I'll adjust that later. It's just at the top of that motor gear, but it's not. I can see just a tiny, tiny bit of teeth there, so that should be okay. And I'm just speaking just over in here on this gear motor. The belt's not dead centered on it, but it's not rubbing top or bottom either. So, okay, we're good with the check. Okay. Can't you use one of your cameras to see better? I can, but I can actually see in. I mean, I could actually do a little better. I could even, somewhere in here I have a flashlight, but I can pretty much see with the light from behind shining through that everything it's riding on the idlers it's supposed to be riding on, and it is around the gears, it's the toothed gears, or the toothed idlers that it's supposed to be around. And we're not on plastic, and we're on the back here, everything is looking good. We're not rubbing on anything that we shouldn't be. Now, I think we're good. As I say, the only thing I can't see is inside these guys, right? These guys here, I can't really see inside these. It's really difficult to see inside these, but based on how smoothly they're pulling, we're pretty good. There's no binding in it, so I'm trusting that these are good. And then the same on this other side. So centered in pullings and bearings, not running on a lip. Exactly. Well, that's why this one back here, maybe I can, if I can get to those screws, but this one back here, it's not quite centered on the tooth pulley on the motor, but it's not. But it's also not riding the lip. Although, because I can see just a smidgen of teeth, but it wouldn't hurt to move it down. This one for sure is good. This one's centered. This one, it wouldn't hurt. Let's see if I can get those. Yeah, maybe right here. Maybe it wouldn't hurt for me to move that that toothed gear up just a hair. Let's see. I wonder if that would be difficult to do here. If I bring this back enough. There. So let's see. If I loosen this one. These are the ones that have the Loctite on them too, so they're going to be snug to loosen. Okay, and then if I go ahead and loosen the other one and just pull that gear up just a hair. There we go. Now, if I can get this under here, just pull that up just. Let me get something smaller. There we go. Okay, pull that up just a smidgen. I'd be more comfortable seeing more teeth on both sides of the belt. Okay. Tighten you up. And tighten you up. Okay, and then let's move it back and forth and see if you center any better. There, that's better. Yeah, okay, I feel better now because I can see more and it's more even now. That way it prevents any, riding. And as I say, the other one, I don't know which is A on the left, I think. So the A is good and the B is good. The B was fine to begin with. And then the rest of the idlers, everything is running centered on the idlers. So yeah, we're good. I feel better that I adjusted that one. And the rest of them are all good. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yeah, I feel better for adjusting that, definitely. Okay. Now probe wires, X carriage probe wires. What time are we at? Oh, we're at 7:44. Oh, I think I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna turn this camera. I think I want to start anything major right now. We have probe wires, cut the probe wires to about 150 millimeters. Other probe types. I'm not sure what kind of probe I'm using with this. Channel for the probe cable, magnet, and then we're getting into the afterburner. I think what I'm going to do real quick here, I think, oh, sorry, my monitors are all in the way of my camera here. I have monitors on swing arms, so I can move them out so I can read them easier. Let me move that out of the way, and let me get this one out of your way. There we go. I think what I want to do is have a look right now. Since it looks like I have the Stealth Burner upgrade kit, I want to make sure I have all the proper parts, because it looks like next week or during the week, depending on how well things go, I'll be starting the hot end build. And I got to look at what kind of probe I've got. So I'm just going to clean up my desk here a little bit, and we're just going to have a look at the hot end. And a couple things, ensure that I have, there's just some spare belt. I want to ensure that I have all the proper printed pieces for the hot end. I found it very confusing. There were so many different options for hot end parts. So I just want to ensure that I'm not going to get to a point in the stream like I did, I don't know, a few weeks ago, where I had to actually stop because I needed to print a part. Nothing worse than having to stop to print a part. This comes in on the next step, this little piece. So we'll just put that on the bed. So overall, I think it was pretty good. What's the motor look like for your extruder? Oh, okay, let's go get that and see. So let's get the motor kit here, the motor. I think it's the only motor that's left here. Pull this out and we'll bring that over. And then I got my Revo Voron cable kit. I don't need my electronics. The electronics might contain some of the hot end stuff. Let's see what we got here. So this is the motor. There's the extruder motor right there. So this is a NEMA 17, 1.8 degree. So that's the extruder motor right there. And then, let's see, the Stealth Burner upgrade kit basically contains a fan. Okay, a fan. We have some LEDs. Looks like some, what are those kind of LEDs? Anyway, some LEDs, some wiring stuff, whole bunch of screws. Oh, that's a backup again. Anyways, PETG filament and some sandpaper and some cables and a couple magnets. So that's the upgrade kit. Does the kit also have another blower fan, or is that the only one left? This fan, let's see. I think I got more fans. This is the motion box. What's left in the motion? I got a few more gears left in the motion box. Oh, this is the extruder, probably. This is the Bondtech BMG parts. So this is Bondtech BMG parts. Thumb screw, motor gear, nozzle probe shaft. Let's see. Bearing I don't need, that's been used, and then a few more, a couple tiny bearings and a few more grub screws. Okay, and then what else do we have for fans? Okay, so here's the box with the belts, chains, and fans. So again, we have this one fan that came in the Stealth Burner upgrade, or the upgrade kit, and then in the main kit we have this is called the Nevermore V5 kit. This has two of those same fans in there, it looks like, and a bunch of screws. It looks like is there some LEDs and stuff? There's heat sinks in here. So that's called a Nevermore kit. Okay. And then we have a 4010 fan, filter blower thingy. 4010 fan, and these are big 6020 fans. These are obviously for the filters or for the chamber. So yeah, and then the Nevermore V5. So that's what we got for fans. And then Nevermore is a fume filter. Okay, so we'll never more talk about that. I don't think there's anything in the electronics that's... No, we have our Raspberry Pi stuff, our blah, blah, blah in the electronics part. So it looks like only one fan for the hot end, or a cooling fan. Toolhead PCB, those are all our steppers, and all kinds of fun stuff. Some LEDs, input shaper tool, input shaper, all kinds of, lots of stuff to go yet. Sandpaper is for sanding the 5015 smooth when you cut it apart. Oh, so I have to cut this apart for some reason? Okay, cool. And then, so yeah, I don't know. So that's that. And then I'm using, of course, where did I put it? The Voron head. So now the parts I've printed, like here, I'll just, let me just get this camera here. So the parts I've printed are this, these are all hot end parts, I'm assuming. This guy. And I did print the parts under the section that said Voron, the Voron, or the Revo, sorry, the Revo. This, we have this, which I believe is part of the BMG extruder. We have this, and boom, boom, boom. What else? I think that's it for that part. And then afterburner and not stealth burner. These are afterburner. Okay, so I need to print. So, and then I have this. So I need to print some different parts then. And then I have, well, these are fan covers for the case. Some of these little plastic doomer thingies here that, I don't know, I just printed, and I got that one. And there's that thing here. Okay, so those are afterburner and not stealth burner. So if I have a stealth burner upgrade, so I need to be printing different parts. Okay, so look at that link you sent me here. Let's go to that link. Okay. So let me just switch and show. So there's the link you just sent me. Stealth burner beta. So if I have a stealth burner upgrade, obviously I got the LED. So this is where I want to go. Now, will the STLs give me the option for the Revo? Where does it matter? So there's the STLs. And then we have Clockworks. So we want the stealth burner, obviously. I don't know, what is Clockwork 2? What's Clockwork? 2 on my bottom left are fine. These ones. Okay, so you're saying that these two are fine. Because those are to do more so with the extruder, I take it. Okay, so those 2 are fine, and the rest are kaputs. Those are old links. Okay, so we can reprint these parts. I have no problem with these. I don't no problem reprinting anything. I got lots of filament. The rest of these reprinted. Obviously, that looks a lot different than the stealth burner. So Clockwork is an extruder. Okay, stealth burner is no longer beta. Okay, so maybe so if we go stealth burner, tool heads. Okay, the tool heads. Revo Micro, Revo 6, Revo Voron. That's the one. So these are the parts I would print. Okay. So these are the parts I would print for the Revo Voron. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to print all the parts in here for the Revo Voron. Oops, I guess it helps if I share the screen. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go to tool heads, and I'm going to print all the parts here for Revo Voron. Since that's the hot end I'm going to use. Oh, Jason sent a new link. Okay, hang on. Let me close this. Let me close that. Let me go to Jason's link. Okay, and let me pull that over here. Okay, Voron Stealth Burner. Okay, so I'm going to go to the STLs. Okay, STLs, we're going to go to now the X carriage. Am I going to need something? Or are these the same? So these are the pieces I just did. Are these new as well? Do I need that? Or is the X carriage I have right now fine? But, okay, so under Stealth Burner, under Print Heads, we're going to go to Voron, Revo Voron. So I'm going to print these 3 pieces here. That's fine. And then ADXL mounts. Depending on the ADXL mount I have, I'm going to print a mount there. And then I'm going to print the main body, the LED diffuser. So I'm going to print all of these parts here. Okay. So there's our main body. So that part I'm going to print. Okay, so it's a 1-piece body. I get it. Okay. Now I got to decide what color I want to do these in. I want to make them funky. An LED diffuser. Okay, that can be printed in a transparent filament. Would look cool. LED carrier. Okay. And an LED diffuser mask. Fair enough. So that's the main thing. So the extruder I've got is fine. That'll go with what I'm using. If you update Clockwork to Clockwork 2, you'll need a new stepper motor and print the carriage mounts as it marks the front end instead of the back. Do the X carriage to be safe. PLA is fine for the diffuser. Okay. So you're saying, Brendan, you're saying to do the X carriage. So you're saying to go ahead and print the X carriage. Just to print all these parts to be safe. So that'll just replace the carriage I just put on, I assume. MGN 12, MGN 9. I'm taking it that that's the belt sizes. So we got to redo everything we just did as far as the clamping the belts in. Were they 9mm belts that we just did, or were they 6? No, those were 6mm belts. So it doesn't look like they have a 6mm carriage. Or am I reading that wrong? Parts marked O or opaque, so use black on those. Okay, so X carriage. So do I want 9s or 12s? I'm just very new to this stuff. X frame left, X frame right. Okay, so we'll print all these parts. We'll get the X carriage. I'm just not sure. See, my belts are 6mm. I don't know if that's to do with the belt length right here, the MGN 9 and the MGN 12. Maybe not. 12. So I want the 12. Okay, so the 12, and that makes sense. Okay, so on the 12, and that makes sense because it looks like there's right there 2 6mm belt paths right there, or belt clamps. Okay, so I want the 12s. Let me just download these now as I'm doing them. So we'll download that. And did I just download the left or the right? I don't know. We'll download that. So let's download the right. And the other one I downloaded was that was the left I downloaded. Okay, so that's okay. So those two will print. We'll do everything in ABS on this, and then we'll do the X frame right. Okay, I'll download that and print it. And I'll do the X frame left. We'll download that and print it. And I will do the Pro bracket. I think that's the thing I just did. I think that's the one I just printed. But I'll print another one in case it's a different size. Just back up and download the whole zip file as you'll need a Stealth Burner manual. Oh, okay. Okay. Where do I do that? Boom, boom. If I back up and can I go now? GitHub has always kind of messed me up. Where do I actually download the entire zip file? From, because I don't see, because we got code, but there's no, download zip. Maybe that's it right there. There it is. Look at that. Just found it. Okay. So that zip file is going to contain everything I need to print, and it's going to contain the manual and the images. Okay, cool. That's a nice looking hot end, actually. So that'll be fun. Does the fan light up too when it spins? I'm a step ahead of you, Jason, but thank you. Code and download zip. Yeah, okay. I know that from now on. So let's look at the images. I'm curious. Oh, okay. Oh, I like the look of that. Love that color. Oh, man. Although I have a gold and black theme, it wouldn't hurt to throw a third color in for the print head for the Stealth Burner. Look at that. That's beautiful looking. Cool. I'm excited. Okay, well, good. I'm glad we went through this now. That way I'll have the parts printed and ready. I love that sparkle red. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I like that sparkle red. Let's just double check. I just want to have a peek. We have the manual, assembly manual, and assembly manual. I don't know, what's high contrast? I always get a kick out of that. Are they higher contrast images? Okay. Okay, cool. So everything I need should be in that kit. other than the now Clockwork 2, but I'm not using the Clockwork. But will the other one I have work? Will the extruder that I'm using work? I guess any extruder should work, right? Because obviously I'm using a BMG. I mean, I could always order another motor and not a big deal. Am I better off to use the Clockwork 2 and just get a different motor? Oh, okay. Oh, very cool. I didn't know that. Just won't look as sexy. So if I want to use the Clockwork, it's just a matter of printing the parts and getting a different motor. What motor? Let me see. I'm sure it's going to show the motor down here, because the motors aren't expensive. I mean, although the gears, will all this be the same or will all that be different? That's the other issue too. Or will the gears from the BMG work on the Clockwork? Oh, NGN 9 to 12 is the rail size. Okay, my bad. Thanks for letting me know that, Donald. Okay, I see. I need that. Okay, a NEMA 14 stepper round one. I have, I don't know if it's the same one, but I could always pick up one of those motors. Okay, I'll look into that. So it's a NEMA 14 stepper. It's a round one. I might even have one. Is that not the same motor that is on the LGX Lite? I'll have to look into that, because I have the LGX Lite sitting around somewhere that I'm not going to use. Anyways. Okay, so the stepper you need has an integral stepper, 10-tooth pinion, 20 millimeter thick. Okay. I'll do some reading and research on GitHub and make sure I get the right motor, yada yada. And if not, I'll just build it with the one I've got, and then we'll go from there. Anyways, okay, good. Okay, perfect. Well, that gives me some stuff to print this week. I might even do it. I don't know. I have to do... Oh, you're going to look for the part number. Okay, good. In the upgrade box, it looks like it's just, there's no motors. We have a fan. The upgrade box has a fan, some wiring, wiring parts. We have some LEDs. We have sandpaper. We have stealth burner fastener kit. So it's just all the fasteners. And we have some clear PETG. I think that's going to be to print something, probably for the LED. And then we have a just some cables, but there's no motor, nothing, and then a couple magnets, but there's no motors in here. So but if I go to, let me have a peek at something here. I have a local guy, 3D Lab Tech, and LDO Motors. Oops, that's not what I want. It's 3D printer parts, and it is so he has access to the BOM. Should have all the parts you need. Okay. Well, there's no sense beating a dead horse over this. I'll look at the BOM. Well, right there, like there's an LDO NEMA 14 motor, and it is. The dogs are driving Ethan nuts. 10-tooth pinion, internal stepper, 20 millimeter body. Yeah. Okay, I'll look up the bill of materials, as Jason said. LDO 36STH20. So this guy right here, I think 104A HGXH. That looks like the same one you're talking about right there, and it's only $27. It's not bad, and he has them in stock. Oops, so that's probably it right there. No, okay. Needs a G on the end, which means it has the gear. Oh, okay. I'm going to. How do I Control Shift S? No. How do I do a screenshot? Well, Zenbender, if you can do me a favor, then if you can do me a favor, in the description of or in my about on my YouTube is my email. It's dwit3dcanada@gmail.com. If you could email me that part number, but as Jason said, that might also be in the bill of materials. But if you email me that way I know for sure I get the right one. So yeah, I'll make sure I get the right one. And if all the other parts I have will work, and I'll double check with the bill of materials, and we'll see. And maybe because I'd like to do it right, and I'd like it to look good. So that's the key thing. And if it looking good means doing a different extruder, then so be it. So I don't mind doing that. So Steve Bills just built one today. Okay, I'll check his stream and see. Anyways, that's it. We're at 8:10. So we got the belt runs today and everything done. So I think we're making some half decent progress on this. And actually my printer behind me finished. Guess what that is, Jason? Dum, da, da, da. First part. That's an ABS. It's strong. 5 perimeters, 40% in, 45% infill. 5 perimeters and ABS. That is strong. So anyways, dum, da, da, da. Yeah, the Stealth Burner kit has the screws. Yeah, it has a bunch of screws, hardware, and backup screws and stuff. So there we go. So I got a lot of printing to do this week, and we will do it. And we're going to print on this printer because this printer is, I can print a whole bunch of parts at once in ABS, etc., etc. Drive motor frame for the Death Racer. That little mark you see in the top right, that little mark you're seeing in the top right is just a scratch in the door. So it's not a defect on the model. Okay, guys. Well, listen, thank you very much, everybody who's hanging out and everybody for all your help. Thank you, Jason and Zen, for the Stealth Burner tips and stuff, because I obviously totally printed all the wrong parts. So, but thanks for pointing me to that. As again, this is my first time building one of these. So it's been fun so far, other than a little bit of frustration with the belt running there, but you just have to persist and do it and get over it, basically. So so we will continue. Don't know if we'll do a midweek stream on this or not, depending on if I can get some parts done, because I think the next steps are going to, well, I have to re-put the X carriage. I have to redo the X carriage too. So I have to take that apart and put the new one on, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll do that. Maybe I'll do that if I get the parts printed on time. So we'll have to see what tomorrow and the next day brings at the office and work and home and everything. And so can only do so much. So there we go. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out, and appreciate all your help, and I appreciate you guys watching and sticking around this far. So I will see you guys next week. Everybody have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you the next time. Thanks again. Bye for now.